Well, you need a recording device. They used to use tape recorders. Now they're using digital recorders, which can be played right into the computer, and then transcripts made from there if you need transcripts. You need to have some idea of the background of the person you're interviewing. You need to have some understanding of the sequel of questions you're going to be asking. Sometimes it's best not to ask specific questions, but to make statements like, you grew up in Lincoln, Nebraska, and just put an inflection in your voice, and they'll feel like it's more of a conversation than a quiz session.
So there's really kind of an art to it too.
Oh,
there's
yes.
a formula.
Yeah. If you're part of an oral history project, like where you might decide to send 10 or 12 people out to do interviewing, then you pretty well have to have a set of fixed questions. Otherwise, you should have a good idea of what you're going to start with, and then let the conversation take root in that and run from there. I prefer to call them, rather than interviews, I like to call them conversations. Some people can't do it at all. For other people, it comes naturally. And if they're determined to do it, everybody can learn to do it. There are certain guidelines, and we have some good guidelines in this book that people would find beneficial.
Like what?
Well, one of the suggestions is that you have some photographs with you from the past of the person that you're interviewing, and they will stimulate or prompt discussion. Sometimes you ask them to tell about the deceased husband to whom a woman was married for a long time. I said to the person that I interviewed, "Tell me about Paul," and she said, "I can tell you really about Paul this way. When I was with him at his dying stage, he said, 'Make me a promise, Mother.' And I thought he was going to tell me to try to get the kids to get along better and not to let anybody take our money, of which they had quite a bit. His last request was, 'Promise me you'll make me a hot meal. You'll make yourself a hot meal at least once every day.'" So his character was revealed in his fact that he was thinking about what she would be doing after he was gone, and he wanted her to take care of herself in that way. So that worked very well.